Hi friends, I've got an awesome video for you today. This video should give you a really great idea of how you can improve in Ranked in Apex Legends Season 9. You get to hear my view as normal, but you also get to hear and see the views of the rest of the Soggy squad as we analyse one of our ranked games. But I'm pretty sure the format of this video is something you've probably never seen on YouTube before. For those of you that are new to the channel, my team is made up of me, General Soggy and Major Soggy. So I hope you enjoy, listen out for how we analyse our game to give you an idea of how we improve our gameplay in Apex Legends, specifically for ranked, and hopefully it can give you a few ideas of how you can improve your ranked gameplay. I would also recommend that you watch your gameplay and kind of do something similar to what we're doing in this video, and it will definitely help you improve in ranked in Apex Legends. So let's get into the video today. I hope you enjoy it. So we land at Dome. Why are we landing at Dome? Who makes the decision? Who's actually Jump Master?
I'm Jump Master, but it's one of the places we always go, so I think we kind of knew we were going to go there before we started. Like, as soon as we saw the flight path, we're like, we're going to go.
Yeah, I think it's one of these things. Like, as soon as we saw it was Dome, it was the right path. We really favour playing Dome, so we were straight there. We all hit a door. Unfortunately, Zach misses the door, and then loops back round. But yeah, like we all hit through the door. We get looted straight at the start.
Yeah, I actually detach really late. I noticed that's something I do.
I agree. I
You
think it's
detach
something you do
early.
quite often. Like I pull off immediately, and then you pull off very late. But yeah, Zach's at the belly as well, looking as well. And then yeah, so here this is the great moment. So we all decide to push at the same time. So I think it's me that says let's push. Then Major comes in from the other side, and we go through each. We have multiple directions covered.
And it's a great scan from that, because I go left here, but I see the caustic barrel, so I know to not bother. And that's what sends me right.
Yeah. So yeah, then we come in. So even though we come in, I think it's like we said before. I think it's the great thing there. So even though we come from literally different directions, different buildings and through the map, we'll arrive at the same scene, the same location. Now, unfortunately, there's no one there to really deal with apart from the person just down there at the end. But I think it's great we'll arrive at the same location at the same time. So yeah, he's a bit discussed we can maybe improve on. So Thack sees them, goes out the door, shoots them, but then doesn't actually mark her, saying that he's attacking her or note the fact that he is. So I think it's a bit confusing for us to figure out where it is to help you out. But luckily you handle that situation, so it's good.
Yeah, agreed. I think probably Major could make sure it's clear before he starts looting while I'm still fighting.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be a recurring theme, as we've already said for this video. But fight ended. Should have sent my drone out straight away and just checked the banners. Especially because I think the banners are pretty close on this map anyway. So that's one thing as a crypto to do differently next time. Love City. That's General with a Love City song. Releasing
Love the City song.
Releasing this
Album
summer.
coming soon.
Yeah, please.
This summer, General Soggy in Lava City. And this is the other part where I have no clue where they are.
Yeah, I think General Soggy is almost engaging, but me and Major are kind of still doing.
Yeah, and I think you can't hear it too well, but here General says there. Now he does mark, and it's I probably should have actually seen it, but if he'd said res or dome, I would have been a bit.
Yeah,
a bit easier for me to know.
A geographical indicator of where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
100%.
I guess I need to get better at. Like sometimes I struggle to process quickly to think where they are and how to describe it. But yeah, so it's a mix of. It's unfortunate. I don't always call out the location, but at the same time, yeah, it's also unfortunate that Major missed the tag when he got into his drone.
Completely
and swung past it. Yeah.
Not my finest crypto moments.
So yeah, I quite like this point. So this point's really good. So like I'm skating through the buildings, and then Major is going to check the drone to see if there's any teams nearby.
So just then as well, I had a quick in and out where I saw that at least in the immediate, there was no one nearby. And this is where you guys loot up and I pushed through to the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Again, to try and get a quick scan off to see if there's anyone nearby.
I think it's really good as well because we're all very in close vicinity to each other. Like you're still further out ahead, but you're at least in a defensive position while me and Thack are looting up. So I think we're all quite close proximity, and within 30 seconds we've gone through that building, no one's there, looted it, moved on. We're in the next location, and you spot there's a team there, and we move on that.
Yeah, so the banners really helped there. I wouldn't have probably known otherwise.
Yeah, it was good you checked the banners there.
Yeah, so you spotted, I confirmed it, said it's potentially solo, and you moved around to try and capitalize.
So
And
here,
I
I think
spotted a second one.
is a little bit dangerous. I'm a bit extended, but I hear the zip line, so I know they're moving away from me, which gets me some good damage on. I think the jibby there.
Yeah, I think because of the audio, it's fine. I just think it's
Yeah, it
almost
was
a bit
risky.
lucky as well. If it was a higher level and these were maybe Masters players, and they hadn't pushed across the zip line, you would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
But obviously, like you said, you heard the audio, you heard the call from General, so
Yeah,
in the end,
I think as well.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it was a risk, but I don't think it was that bad given the fact that I called that it was potentially a solo that was clambering up and marked he was going up, and it wasn't until later I saw the second one in the building, so at least knew he was safe for a few seconds. He wasn't going to jump by two people. Major calls a push, and then I move in, so that's when I attack to try and push them away a bit.
Yeah, and that's really good. We all commit. As soon as Major says push, we all commit.
Yeah. So I can't really see where they are, so I send my drone out to try and get a bit of help. I try an EMP, but they knock it down, which, because of where General was positioned, it's probably a good thing, because then he didn't get slowed. Yeah, and you can't really see it here, but in fact, you down the guy behind the rock pretty well, then it's a simple 3-on-1.
Yeah, I think that part, actually, you're right. I think that was a really good bit, where we saw the other guy was down. We knew it was 3-on-1. We didn't let the other guy get away. We all pushed him very quickly together.
Especially given the fact he was a Pathfinder. Like, he could easily got away, but we pushed it hard and quick. But yeah, it was good.
Cool. And then after this wipe, same thing again, I think, as the crypto. Quick armor swap, but then I need to get my drone back up to check those banners, because I spend way too long here. One, just trying to find the body, and then looting.
Yeah, to be fair,
really
your
loot.
health. Yeah, I mean, both of your health isn't too bad, actually. I think probably this is where I should have healed up. I think I probably should have popped a shield battery first, right?
Yeah, and I've got purple armor, so to be honest, the armor, I think they're three notches, so the armor swap isn't even that important. So here, it should have probably been a straight banner check, and then we could have looted a bit more freely. I know no one comes, but we didn't know that, and we could have been third-partied really easily.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think our team awareness, rather than just looting straight away, we could maybe just double check that it is clear, even if it is just you pinging the banners.
Yeah, it's better safe than sorry. That was good though. So yeah, it's coming a bit later, but you do then check the banners. So unfortunately, it's a couple of minutes late, but we're lucky, fortunate in the fact there's 0, and you do check in the end.
I'm basically a great crypto, but 2 minutes late. I still have a love-hate relationship with Valk's ult. I think here, because we have the time, it was the right call, because it's a bit more stealthy rather than giving away our position.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it's a good thing we do. Like, we discuss a lot of options quite often. Like, I think we suggest a lot rather than say do. Like, there's certain times when we do say do this now, push now, etc. But a lot of time we suggest things and agree, especially with rotations and pushes the team, which I think works quite well. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
So yeah, here's something we could improve on. So like, the crypto. Rightfully checking the zone, albeit you use that quite in the open there, so you're quite defenseless in that location when you're scanning the beacon. But so you're busy doing the scanning. Because I'm quite fast in movement legend, I'm pushing through all the buildings, and then facts a bit behind what I could maybe improve with is the fact that I went through all these buildings quickly, checked them all. There was no good loot. Probably should have. I think what we need to improve on is when we do that, don't just think about is there anything for us, but also is there anything for your teammates? So normally I call out good loot if I see it, but maybe what we need to start doing is calling out no loot. Otherwise, you can see that goes through those buildings, the exact buildings I do, and there's no need to. And as a result, he's just a couple meters behind when it'd help if we're a bit more tight-knit as a team. Major goes out in the drone to look around. I'm holding that team down, and then Thag watches the back to make sure we're clear. Which I think
I think it's good. Yeah, we're covering different points. We know there's a squad to the left, a squad to the right, and we're each covering those points. I think it's really good.
And again, there, I think too long in drone. This is all wasted time flying around.
Agreed. And it's not just wasted time for you. It's actually, if you watch, we're there waiting for you. We're covering for you. We can't push any of the teams while we're waiting for you.
Yeah, I think it's something to work on. That is hard with crypto. You want to chase the enemies, but I think in the end you don't need to chase them, because we can't really capitalize on someone else like the epicenter.
I think a good way to look at it is use Crypto's drone more like Bloodhound scan, right? Imagine Bloodhound scan perimeter, and imagine that's your perimeter for the drone, and that's what you're looking for.
But this is good though. So you call out, Major, that you're going to alt.
Yeah, because we know they're kind of trapped behind that rock.
And then I call it there's a jump pad there, so we've got a method to get in. You call it they're down, so we know there's only 2, and then you alt. And we both
from
agreed to
here,
push in.
Yeah, that was a really good call. Go now. Alt,
Yeah.
tactical push, and you calling out go now. And we all push together. I think this is another really good thing. You know, all three of us are here pushing together.
If we hadn't gone together here, we might not have won this engagement because my flight path straight over that rock means I get downed pretty easily.
Yeah.
But luckily, you two, because you go different angles but to the sides, you're able to clean up.
But then there's Tact does the right thing there. So like rather than going straight for the res, he literally goes in and out that loot box, gets the armor switch, bang, straight res, which I think is the right move. Like not only is he protected now in full health, like resing straight away, and then goes back to looting.
Yeah, I think we need to make sure we're always doing that. If there's an armor swap available, do that before the res. Don't res weak.
Definitely. And then same thing again here. Unfortunately, I go for the loot a bit too quickly. So I think the Phoenix kick was still the right move. But I should have gone in my drone again and just done a quick scout out. Luckily, we're all right. But that team from Epicenter, they could very easily have third-partied us here. The problem is here, I heard General say he's looting up, but I still kept moving. I should have stopped at that point and either hid behind a rock or come back.
Yeah, and see now here you're calling someone's there, but actually we're quite far away. So if it was 2 or 3 people and they were good players, you probably would have been dead there.
Yeah, I would have been dead there, yeah. And again, you can see is there, like, I realise when there's people nearby, I'm in a poor position, and so that's why I pull back towards you guys, but then since Major calls it, it's a solo swing back round, and then since you guys are coming back in, we can try and handle it.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the good points. We regrouped really quickly again. We identified where the solo was. I probably get a little bit thirsty here. It's only because I did so much damage.
Yeah. So this is good. So I move in first, hold the roof, waiting for you guys to come in and holding down the fire over there.
Yeah. So I think the start of this movement is good. We all group up at this building. You're taking a little look to the left. I'm taking a look to the right. And then Major just jumps to the next building.
I was waiting for that, yeah. So here, there's 2 points probably. One, I go around the front of the building, which better teams would have just banged me as I'd gone round. I should have gone sort of over onto the roof with General. And second point, I go around the front. I think because I got scanned, I was a bit worried. And that's why I bolt into this building, trying to get some cover. But again, that would have actually just separated me from you two. So we're lucky that there was no one in there waiting.
It's a good point. Not only do you know the fact that I'm marking there, you could even hear like a bow sling past us, and you still push out in front of them in full view, so they could have bowed you if they were better. So yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I think we've seen it a few times in this video. We regroup very quickly, and I think that's probably one of the things why we do so well in this game. We're constantly regrouping. Even when we do split up, we get close together again, which I think is really important.
Yeah, we're now immediately quite tight again.
Yeah, so here I'm very worried about someone coming through the tunnel because I can tell that the zone doesn't cut it off quite yet. So I take my drone in, have a quick scout. No one there, luckily. What I should have done is just left the drone there. I don't quite know why I brought it back out because, again, I'm sitting in the drone and wasting time.
Yeah, just to highlight the good things, though, I think it was a good thing that we pushed back there to make sure it was clear behind us. You used your drone to go back there. I came with you to make sure you had some cover while you're doing that. So I think that was a good move.
That's something to call out really well, actually. Like, I can obviously hide behind a rock and stuff, but it's such a nice comfort knowing you've got a team member in the rough vicinity. So if anyone does come, you've got that cover.
Yeah, and actually I really like that. Look, if you watch a lot of this game, kind of one of us, me or General, we're always there to cover you while you're doing some drone work. And even this bit where we're checking if it's clear, look, you and I are right there together, which I think is really good.
Yeah, and I would say because of the time I'm in drone, the cost is probably too much for the team, having 2 members not doing much in terms of adding value to the squad. However, if I can reduce my drone time, that problem hopefully goes away.
Yeah, so here's a problem. So again, it's that getting eager for loot. So he sees the gold box, pushes out, and I think that probably wasn't a smart idea. Luckily, there's no one on top of the building in front of him.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. So basically watch when you're looting, watch and weigh up the risk of getting that loot versus the danger you're putting yourself in. And I think, probably there it was a bit too open to loot. I did a scan and I saw there wasn't anyone on the roof at the time, so I felt it was clear. But 100%, you need to weigh up. is actually safe to loot. Just because there's gold there doesn't mean you need to risk your life to get the gold.
Yeah, especially in the end zone. Like early zone, you can take a bit more risk, but the end zone when there's 4 squads left, it's quite tough. You want to be careful. Sometimes you can't push for every, game. Like in the end, we're not we're not shrouds. Like we're going to lose, a lot of battles, and at this level, it's still only platinum, but people are getting better at this point, especially early season. There's a lot of good players still in platinum, so sometimes it's better to play a bit more safe.
Yeah, and actually, as you say that, one thing I would call out is if we look at the points conversion, so the kills and assists, that's exactly that kind of gameplay, right? That game sense, where we realise actually we've got maximum points, so now it's all about converting those points to get as many as we can, and to do that we need, those placement points, and that's exactly what we're thinking, and that's why what you say was the right call for us to actually play for points, because we don't need those kills, we don't need those assists.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're chasing for rank points, not badges.
Yeah, we're good here because we hold the zone, and we know it's a solo. Don't think it did too much, but at least we pushed the. I think it's an Octane. At least we pushed them down back into the fight and away from us.
It was the right move though, because in the end, unfortunately, we didn't convert the kill. But as you said, it was a solo. We were already at max points. We didn't need to push them. It was more of we should watch our backs to make sure no one comes in and takes this building roof from us. And obviously, Thack stays back on the building to defend the building to make sure no one comes in. And he's got to scan, so we get advanced notice if someone is trying to come in the building. So I think it's right. If we went deeper there, me and Major would have been too far gone, and Thack would be there on his own, and we'd be far away from each other again. And it could be too risky and not worth it. So in the end, I think, we made the right call. Defended our position, pulled back.
As soon as the Octane moves, we all go back to the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. That if you look across and go back and watch this video, our regrouping is very good, and I think that's what helps us do so well. We don't stay apart.
Yeah, so that EMP, more trying to disrupt and hope and help the other two teams who are fighting try and get some downs. Maybe steal some cheeky assists, but looking back on it now, again, how helpful was it? Probably not very. Doesn't really reveal anyone. And again, I stay in it a bit too long at the end as well.
Yeah, because we're never going to push that given there's 3 other squads in that teeny little area over there. So we realised on the crane we tried to push them off, so I attack on it. Major moves round.
Good scan here. I can't believe I don't get this kill on the crane though. Apparently I can't count. I said 80 and he did 60. Let's edit that in post-production, please, Hack.
We'll just change the figures for you.
Thank you.
I think this was good as well. You and I pushed together. Even though it's
Good
the last
scan.
person, we do it together.
Oh yeah, definitely. Get
bamboozled here.
Again, you and
Major just gives up. He just starts shooting the down person.
I could see that you and General were going in together, and I had faith. Although looking at this back your shots here, maybe I shouldn't have had faith. Isn't it also possible to down yourself with your own tack as well?
I believe it is possible.
There may or may not.
Wait. General, can you confirm?
There may or may not be another clip of me downing myself inside a building, not realizing how it works. So yeah.
So moral of the story: even pros make stupid mistakes. But it was a good win. I think it was a good win. We all got max points from here. Us 3 were together for most of the game. Where we took different positions, we then always regrouped together. And I think that's a really important thing, which is probably why it's so hard to play with randoms, right? It's very hard to have that coordination and be together that much.
Well, I think when we do badly in ranked, and I know I'm guilty of it, it's because one of us is off on our own or slightly further away. And then at that higher level, as soon as you take a 3v3 to a 3v2, if you're that 2, you are straight at disadvantage. So staying together is so important.
Yeah, I think as well it's knowing as well when to go in and when not to. Like I think that's what we did right at the end game there. Like we're always defending our position and not pushing in too hard. Like I said, like the solo we didn't push too hard in the solo. We kept holding our position. We chose the high ground. We chose the building. We could have went into the other building where the other 3 teams were fighting, but because we had the points and we didn't need them and we had a good position, I think we played it right. In the end, if you push in for every kill and every battle, you're going to get third partied, and you're not going to progress that far in ranked. Like, again, unless you're amazing and can solo push, everyone yourself. But
Yeah.
in the end, I think we did play it right.
I think not many people get a chance to do this, right? And I know you guys haven't done it much before, whereas I've been doing it quite a bit because I've been making YouTube videos. But it feels quite good to watch back your footage and pick out these things that you've done well and things you haven't done so well, because actually that's how you improve, right? And us being able to do it as a team and talk about each other's gameplay, our squad gameplay, our individual gameplay, I think will help us as a team on that climb to Masters and who knows, maybe Predator eventually. But I think I think being able to do this helps. So don't be afraid to watch yourselves back, and don't be afraid to criticize yourself, because sometimes you do things wrong. But actually, it's working what those things you do wrong are, and then improving them. That's how you're going to get better.